You're tuned into Taiwan Grooves. Let's explore the local music scene. Greetings everyone, and thanks for tuning in for round 2 with our special guest, Drew. Drew grew up in a musical household and has been interested in playing every and any instrument. In college, he got hooked to guitar and hasn't stopped playing ever since. Today, Drew combines his personal learning journey with his formal background in psychology and education to create Berry Building Blocks, a method grounded in the idea of putting music first while using science-backed techniques to accelerate learning. His mission is simple: to help others experience the same joy and sense of fulfillment that comes from playing music they love. Now, in the first part of the episode, we discuss how he got his hands on guitar the first time in detail, who his first informal students were, and how he got the inspiration and switched to creating online content. We finished the first episode with talking about Japanese singer and songwriter and a guitar shredder Shinichi Kobayashi, who influenced Drew in what he does today. And we're going to continue our conversation right there, starting with which guitar players influenced Drew's playing the most. Oh, speaking of this Japanese shredder, what other, let's say, guitar influences did you have? Like, once you picked up guitar, you really got into it. Metallica, somebody that the poster is still on your wall until this day.
Some names, like that's basically like favorite guitarists, or I guess best guitar influence. It did change throughout time. Like, it started with Metallica, like you said, but I've really outgrown Metallica. I honestly...
That's natural. Yeah, that's a process for
exactly. I've very much outgrown it. I don't know if this is safe to say on radio, but I kind of don't care for Metallica anymore.
Oh man,
because I feel like
what's his name? If Kirk's gonna hear this,
yes. Like the main thing, I feel like it's like it's been 3 decades, 4 decades even, and you're still doing the same thing. Like, people have like way surpassed you, grow way beyond you, and you're still doing the same thing and never really improve much.
See, but for some it works. It's like one shop selling all the time the same dish.
Exactly.
Just 40 years they've been selling dohua, and it just works. It just goes.
It works, yeah. But I feel like personally as a musician, I want to always be learning new things. So right. You know, I wouldn't be able to just always play the same thing, you know, for this long, and never want to experiment with new things and put my hands onto something different. So I really have outgrown Metallica, very much so. So the guitarists that I still have posted on my wall, number 1, Andy Timmons. This man's chop and his compositional skill, I think.
Tone.
Yes. Yeah, his tone is, goes without saying. I think, to me, the biggest point, because every creative medium, at the end of the day, it's you want to touch people. And that's the same goes for music. So composition, at the end, I think it's the one skill. That's a part earlier we talked about talent versus discipline. Writing is a part that I feel like does require some sort of, you know, abstract feeling to it that you can't really put on paper, just write it down. So you have to do this to touch someone, like with your writing. You can't do that, you know? So like Andy Timmons' composition skill is just otherworldly. I just feel like everything he writes, he has some magic that he writes. The way that he phrases is just very touching. Like, it makes you cry when you listen to his song.
That's the talent part, exactly.
Yeah,
you can learn it note by note, but can you recreate something similar? Like, that's
exactly. Yes. And then another guitarist is a Brazilian guitarist, Kiko Loureiro. I followed him for a long time. He started with a Brazilian band called Angra, and then he moved on to Megadeth. If you know Metallica, you probably heard of Megadeth. He played with Megadeth for a while as well, and the reason why he has been a big part of my guitar playing is because he also implements a lot of different genres. So he's Brazilian, and he played a lot of traditional Brazilian music. I don't even know their name. There are too many like Latin subgenre of Latin and Brazilian. Yeah, exactly. There are too many of them, but he incorporates a lot of Latin elements in his own composition, and
that's crazy. Because I would never think that with metal it
will work, but he makes it work. So like, and the way that he blends it, it's not like some songs that have mixed genre in it. They will do like, I guess, segmented mixed genre. So like, oh, this segment is rock, this segment is Latin, this segment is jazz, like, so each segment is its own. But he doesn't do that. He blends them like together, Latin and metal together. So like the metal drum is playing Latin groove. His guitar shreddy thing is doing Latin groove as well.
Wow.
So it's like when I first started listening to that, I was like, how do you do that? It's like it's such it's just it was mind blowing moment for me. Like when I was younger, just like wow, like you can do that. Like yeah. So like, and not only does he have this chop in writing, he also like writes all kinds of different genres as well. Like he has a solo album that's like just purely Latin fusion.
Right.
And like
right.
he plays classical, like he plays like bossa nova, Latin type of stuff on classical guitar, and he could shred people's faces off. Like he could play metal, you know. Like I have so much immense respect for people who are capable in multiple genre. Just like they're not afraid of dabbling into different spaces, and I just have immense respect for people that could just seemingly effortlessly play all kinds of different things. So like that's always been something that really, I guess, influenced me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super inspirational, and I can attest and vouch for you trying to blend in different genres, because you started with metal, right? And we met because I was looking for somebody to play some funk with, some groovy stuff. So there you are trying to learn this.
Yeah.
Let's see what's next, some folk music. Or
yeah.
Now, so you kind of started about this, the talent and versus, let's say, skill and hard work. Is there any specific philosophy or your philosophy that you believe in, and something that you think was taken at the wrong angle from past decades of teaching?
I suppose the one that comes to mind is in every space of education, there's always multiple schools, right? And one of there's always going to be a split of traditionalist and a non-traditionalist method. So in the music space, it's basically classical versus non-classical. And one thing, as someone who started learning music in the classical way, I really dislike the notion of wrongness in music, in art in general, to be honest. I guess, so like when you say, I guess a philosophy that you want to say is, I really don't believe in music or in art in general there is wrong. It's art. It's not math. You know, there can be no wrong. Yes, there are certain notes come together just doesn't sound good. That's just, you know, but that's still subjective. Someone could still in your face and tell you that sounds good, you know. Can you say they're wrong? Like, so like
that's so motivating for my solos.
Yeah, so you know, like it's whether or not how many people can, you know, like in 10 people, like for 10 people that you play to, 6 people say it sounds like crap, and then yeah, maybe, and then but at the end, like, why are you doing this? Are you doing it to enjoy yourself? If you are, now who gives a crap what people say? 10 or people say it sounds like crap, who cares? I enjoy it. All right. Yeah, so like, who's to say you are wrong? Like just because no one enjoys it, you know. So like, it's the same thing when it comes to teaching too. I really dislike when people online always say, "Oh, putting thumb behind the neck is wrong. Doing this is wrong. You must sit this. This is wrong. Like you play this way. This is wrong."
Jimmy doesn't agree.
I don't like that notion because having been taught that way, I feel like that is very limiting. First of all, like, art itself is for you to express yourself. And when you start putting these rigid, like, wrong, this wrong, you must do it this way, you're conforming, you're shaping someone who has no shape. Like someone is coming to you with a blank slate, and you start cutting their paper and shaping them into this thing that they may or may not want to be from the get-go, right? So when it comes to teaching, I never say it's wrong. I just say it's either inefficient, inaccurate, you know, or like there's a more efficient way to do it.
Right.
Like certain technique wise, right? Like there's obviously, when it comes to technique, there are more efficient ways, and there are ways that could hurt yourself. That's also true. But so long you're not hurting yourself and the thing that you produce, it sounds good to yourself and to most people that you play to, in my eyes, that's correct. And when it comes to technique wise, like there are people, differently able people who can, you know, who play without arms. There is a Brazilian player who plays with his toes. Like, what's wrong? Like, you're going to tell this guy that what he's doing is wrong? He's playing with his toes. Like, what's right about that? Like, give me a book, give me a definition. Like, define this technique. Like, you can't. Like, why are we so, like, and another reason why I don't like to go down this lane of right, wrong, is that I feel like people get so sucked into it. And
of course, always.
People
in
get
anything.
Yeah, people get very, like, bind into that right, wrong, and then they'll like go online and argue you to death, like, no, you are wrong, you have to play this way, this is the right way. I was trained 10 years in this, like this is the right way. Like people are really like passionately like argue to death that like this is wrong, you cannot teach, like you're a terrible teacher if you tell someone that it's okay to do this. Why are you so concerned about how other people produce sound on the instrument? If it works for you, do it. you can do it and do it yourself. Like if someone else chooses to do it this way, why do you care?
If it doesn't work for you, leave it.
Exactly. So like that is probably the one philosophy that I guess I wouldn't want to say. You see, like my philosophy, like I said, I don't think it's wrong to say you want to have a disciplined right wrong method and black and white. I wouldn't even say that's wrong. I just feel like you could ease up on that, you know, like since my philosophy is there's no wrong per se, I'm not even going to go and say the classical way is wrong. It's not wrong. It works it's tested by centuries, like you know, like hundreds of years of discipline, right? It's like obviously I who am I to say no, that's wrong? Like that's just ludicrous. But I feel like having an open mind will definitely help you grow more, like it, not just as a musician, as a person. Like just be more open-minded. You'll always find new ways, new things to learn, new ways to appreciate what you do. So that, I guess, is my philosophy. Long story short.
This is the passion that everybody should find in their hobby.
Yes.
If you can speak like you.
Yeah.
All right, now let's move back to, let's say, your content. Where do you get your ideas and inspiration from, like to put out a blog, a certain idea that you kind of want to dive into? Like, do you communicate with the viewers? Do they ask for something, or do you just play something and like, oh, this could work? Because, you know, with all honesty, before long time, let's say, I didn't really believe in learning chunks of parts. Because I would learn, let's say, at some point I wanted to try Snow, Hail, you know, by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And
I'll
have
be
blogs
like,
for that.
That's great.
I actually have a lot of blogs.
Let's go. But, you know, back then I was like, you know, why should I even bother? Because I'm never going to perform this song. Like, I don't want to play this song live. So, like, why would I learn the part when I'm not going to make the whole thing?
Right.
But then later you kind of find out, and also just as you're saying, supports it, like, it transposes to other things that you do. Yeah. It's not just that thing. It's your picking improves. Yeah. Let's say your up and down goes, the switching between the chord, like it kind of is holistic in itself. Like it's not just that because of this song. So later I come to find out, like, okay, even if you're not going to use the song, there is still value in learning this part separately. So I believe that now. So like, how do you get your idea, let's say?
Right. So when it comes to blogs itself, it's actually pretty straightforward. There are certain songs, like you said, Snow Hail is a very wildly popular song that a lot of people want to learn. And like I said, I spend too much time on Reddit. Advice, don't try not to. Don't waste your life. But the one benefit of spending too much time on a forum like that is that you see the same songs repeat. People like, I'm struggling to learn this song. What can I do? And sometimes people also ask, like, oh, what song should I learn? So there are certain songs that just always gonna pop up. So like I start from those songs and find parts that I either struggled myself, or if I didn't, I see someone struggling with. So I just tackle those parts. Like Snow Hail that you brought up, it's so perfect because that's actually the very first song that I started writing blogs for. Because I see so many. The two songs that I pick is Master Puppet and Snow Hail. Two completely different genre.
The most asked song on the internet.
But those are two songs that I see repeatedly. People ask about how do I play this. Like I struggle with this part. So Snow Hail, the biggest part is that very quick hammer on, right? Like and he does it repeatedly nonstop, basically for the whole song.
Right.
So yeah.
So you can play it once and be like, oh, I got it down. Can you do it for 4 minutes?
Exactly. Basically, aside from the chorus and no, actually the whole chorus, it's the same thing. It's until the very end that it's finally not the. So yeah, he does basically the whole song. Yeah, exactly. So I started breaking into like smaller actions. So like one of the things that people struggle with is first the triad shape that John Frusciante plays. It's quite a big stretch for a lot of beginner level players. And on top of that, you have to do that very fast hammer on pull off combo that I call hopo combo. Hopo combo. So like that's a very fast one. And then the next one is like you said, up and down, the alternate picking. Like you have to do that very fast. The tempo is quite fast for that song. So just off the bat, I'll rename 3 pain points that a lot of people who want to learn this song will experience. So I basically just target those pain points. So, and then write, oh, like, okay, stretchy triad. Let me write a song that uses triads that's a bit stretchy. And then, oh, the hopo combo. Let me write things that utilize this, like hopo combo. And
3 levels?
Yeah, and then always, write one that's faster than the original song, and then make it easier and make it easier again. And that's basically how I go about writing blocks. Yeah.
So there's always like ideas circling around.
Yeah, so I will always have evergreen stuff, and the same part I could always write more than one song. So like in the future, I probably will go back to a Snow Hail, write on the blocks that sounds completely different genre. Like maybe some people prefer to play, like even quieter. Like the songs that I wrote will like similar, like will match the same genre as the song that I'm targeting. So like people who are into this song will probably, if it's a R&B song, I'm not going to write metal blocks for it, obviously. Yeah. So but sometimes in the future, maybe
unless you're a Brazilian guitarist.
Maybe in the future I will change up the genre for the same block, for the same technique, just so you have different flavor, different things. So the goal is to trick you into thinking that you're playing something different, but you're actually doing the exact same thing. So all of these blocks will converge back into the same goal of playing Snow Hail. That's the goal, yeah.
That's so good. Yeah. Oh, you tricked me into improving myself.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That kind of answers my next question. Like, what would the content to like keep the students or learners engaged?
Yeah.
That you said it right there. Change it up, switch it up, kind of have relatable songs that they want to learn, video, maybe put in like from the graphic perspective, different angle or something, maybe put up the tabs so they can like follow as well, write it down. Yeah, there's plenty of ways.
Yeah, there are plenty of ways. And in terms of blocks, and now the YouTube thing, the YouTube has its own YouTube games that you got to play, so you have to occasionally come up with like, that's something that I still struggle with. Like the YouTube content,
titles
the clickbaity title. Yeah, I don't know how these educators just constantly pump out like, 4 mistakes or like top 10 tips, 5 hacks. Like they constantly come up with that. I was just like, wow, like how do you do that?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of, what do you call it? Like thick skin.
Thick skin, yeah.
Just you gotta write it with your eyes closed and press enter. And
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yep, it works.
And just hit record and just pump it out. Don't care.
All right, I think I have maybe 2 more questions for you. Do you still, or do you enjoy playing and performing yourself besides for teaching? And if you do you have any ritual, habit, any kind of thing that you want to keep, that you follow to make it
for performing live, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, performing live is the one thing that I enjoy the most about music. Yes. Truth be told, the education lane is definitely more for, it's like a sustenance type of thing. It's like you want to eat with this thing, you gotta do something that can feed you, basically. So if I have my way, I would like to just play performing majority of the time. And as far as ritual is concerned, I don't have one. I know a lot of artists, they have, we huddle and drink a cold
wash
one,
hands,
like I don't know, wear special socks or something like that. I don't have one. I guess the most I could say is I always try to look at it as like I'm excited. Like before you go on stage, every single living person, even the president of the United States had said, like, I think it was Obama, he said he still gets nervous going on stage to give a speech. Every living human will always feel nerve before hitting on stage. I always try to translate that into excitement for myself, at least.
So good.
Yeah, just like I'm excited because I have been practicing this. I can't wait to show people.
Yeah.
That's how I mentally process it myself. This is, I guess, in some way, like ignorance is bliss. Like just don't think too much about it. But obviously it's easier said than done. It's not something that everyone could practice. But that's basically how I process it. It's like I'm excited. I guess now thinking back, the most nerve-wracking moment for myself performing live was playing the American national anthem for an event at my school.
Oh wow.
The event was like, I guess the auditorium can host up to like 2,000 people. It's a huge stadium, and that event
it's
is
American anthem.
It's an American anthem, yeah. And I play on guitar, like like just instrumental, but I didn't sing it. I just play it, but it's all by myself. And so if I make one mistake,
everybody knows.
Yeah, like that was probably the most nerve-wracking. So like I stayed, like I'm on the stage, this huge auditorium, like kind of like auditorium stage, and then there's curtain in front of me, and then they pour it out. It's like, okay, national anthem by Andrew. ooh, and then there's a spotlight on me, and
oh my god, I'm nervous just hearing this.
The seats are filled. I'm just like, whoo. Then thinking about, I was like, wow, I really did play that. That's too bad there's no video of it anymore. But I guess at that moment, I just more like just like, wow, I'm really doing this. I've been practicing this nonstop, and I guess if you want to say ritual, here's one thing that I could share is that when you're practicing at home, you need to envision yourself on stage playing. Like when you like at home, you need to close your eyes and just see yourself on stage already.
Doing it,
yes. Yeah. You need to just close your eyes and be like, I hear people cheering. I feel the spotlight on me. You know, I'm on stage already. You gotta just mentally psych yourself out at home. If
There's
you
some
can,
science to it, yeah.
If you can't do that, another thing I could advise is go outside and play. Just bring a portable amp or something, or just bring your acoustic guitar outside and just go to a park and start singing outside. I will tell you that is the most awkward thing. Like even after playing a stage, like an auditorium show like that, I still find playing on the street when no one expects you, it's the hardest thing to do. Like I did that in New York City too. You know, there's a lot of busker in New York subway on the street, right? Just they open their little guitar case and just start singing. Oh man, that was the awkwardest. That was the most awkward and the hardest quote performance I have ever done.
You're fearless, man.
Wow. No one else is expecting you, and you're just like in this awkward, weird corner in the New York subway. You're just singing, and yeah, like you really have to get into a mindset of like a zero zone. You really have to just push yourself to overcome this discomfort of like just singing out in the public when no one's expecting. It's so weird. Like, why do our brains do this?
Right.
Like I get way less nervous when I was playing the national anthem than New York City subway. Like that was hard. So I would say if people like you want to practice getting used to performing, go outside and play. That's probably that. Nothing will be harder than that. So if you can get comfortable, just going outside and just start singing.
You can do anything.
You can probably
10,000 anthems, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. 10,000 people stadium, there will be nothing to do. Yeah.
Wow, that's words of wisdom. That's really beautiful, honestly. Like you work with the energy and you transform it into excitement. That's really like alchemist. Turn this and make it into this. It's such a wise thing to make yourself enjoy what you're actually kind of anxious about and fearing. And the visualizing, it definitely works because like, you know, you heard it many times, like brains sometimes cannot distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. That's why it works the other way as well. Like you imagine anxiety and you get all fearful. So might as well turn it around and be like, okay, I imagine success and shredding and it's just gonna happen. I will fill in on one ritual that you kind of told me and it stuck with me when I saw you perform bass at that time. And you're like on the stage, it just looks so natural. It just looks so like you're so entertained. Like there was no way that people would be bored at that concert. And that's such a good philosophy. You said, I think it was somewhere along the lines like you have to entertain yourself in order to entertain others, right? Because if you look bored on the stage, you kind of like nervous, all that, people might pick up on that energy.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you're in their faces jamming out, like you just gotta be like,
yeah, it's contagious.
It's contagious,
yeah.
Correct. Very last question, and I kind of think you answered it, but unless you have a different thing, any advice, golden nugget, words of wisdom that you would like to share to people learning guitar or any instrument for that sake, what it would be?
The one thing that I remember, it's from someone. It's a YouTuber who went to like NAMM, you know, the convention. He went around and asked all the different guitarists in 3 words, like, "What's your advice for guitars?" A lot of them all said the same thing: practice, practice, practice. And I will repeat the same thing. If it's not practice, then play. Like that is like, you want to get better at this thing, just play. That is definitely the quote wisdom that I could share. And I see it in myself, like the instruments that I'm trying to learn, like for example, bass. Like when I start playing with you guys, my bass skill has increased tremendously. Just my finger plucking, that's something that I struggled for a long time, plugging like up to speed. And that's something that I was really frustrated with. Whenever I'm recording something, I can't plug in, I have to play with pick, and pick has to come with a different tone. So I'm just like, and I don't want to use MIDI bass because then, there's different sounds. So like, I'm just I want to get better at, with command on bass. So
there's been improvement.
Yeah, there's absolutely been
tremendous,
huge improvements since playing with you guys. And like and another instruments that I want to learn, erhu, I told you, and I practiced for a week and I haven't practiced since. Where am I with that? Nowhere. It's that simple. I don't play, I don't get better.
There's guitar, bass, and then there's erhu like somewhere in the line.
There's also piano, and piano first too, and then drum as well.
I mean, a human only has that amount of
Yes.
time and all that energy, so
Exactly.
it's normal. And thank you, it's been a pleasure.
No, thank
I have
you.
learned.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm gonna cancel my dinner plans and practice.
Go play.
And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. And in case you're eager to learn guitar or improve your existing skills, check out Barry Building Blocks or head over to our RTI website where I'll post the relevant links. Before I go, here's one track for the road from Drew himself called Possible. Thank you once again and see you next time.